Hey guys, welcome to episode 13 of the UE5 beginner tutorial series, UE5 Made Easy. Today we are going to finally make us an enemy, and he's going to chase us around with his sword, and he's going to try to attack us, and he's going to try to take us down, and it's going to be fun, guys. It's not going to take long. We're going to do it in like 10 minutes, so stay tuned. Alright guys, let's make us an enemy. Alright, the first thing I want to do is I want to move our player start. Let's take it over here somewhere and slide it over. And let's see, somewhere like right in here, because this is going to be the little area between these two kind of mountains that we're gonna set this up. All right, after we do that, simple as this, open your content browser, go over here to your third person, go to your blueprints, third person character, and we're just going to Control D and duplicate it, and we're going to name it BP underscore enemy. That didn't do my underscore. Okay, BP underscore enemy. All right, once you do that, just go back to your content folder, and in the main folder there, just right click and create a new folder, and we're going to name that AI. And then go back to your third person, blueprints, get your BP enemy right here. And if you scroll up here on the left side, you'll see AI. Just pull it over here into this folder here and move it. All right, and come in here and open it up. All right, so this is everything we had in our player, but we don't really need all of this. We're probably going to mess with a whole lot of it right now, but one thing we do need to do is go up here to our camera. We need to delete our camera off of here, and our camera boom, we also don't need that. We need to delete it, and then just click on it, press delete, and then go to your viewport over here, and let's pull this in a little bit, and let's click on our capsule component here, and we want to scroll down to collision. It's on here somewhere. Okay, you just click on enemy and then search COL collision. Yeah, and we want to make sure that our camera right here is on ignore, and down here just where it says presets, just go to custom, make sure camera is on ignore. All right, simple as that. Compile and save. And go back to your event graph, and what we're going to do right here, I don't think we have an event begin play yet, and we don't need a lot of this stuff, but I'm gonna save it for something that I'm doing in the intermediate series with this. So yeah, learn this first and then watch that when it comes out, and you'll learn something else too. That'll be fun. All right, but just right click, and we're going to create a custom event, and we're going to name this custom event chase player. Okay, and simple as this, all we need to do is pull out of that and search for AI move to, which is this one right here, and for the pawn, we just need to get a reference of self, so pull out a pawn and search for self and pull it over here, and on target actor, we want it to chase us, so just pull out and put player character. Alright, and then let's create another custom event. Well, first let's test this. All right, let's right click and put event begin play, and then from here we're just going to call this chase player. All right, and it's going to do it one time. All right, okay, compile and save. And the thing is here, we need to, well, first let's pull our enemy out. Open your content browser and then take your enemy and then just pull them out to, like, we'll say right here in this little shady spot. Let's move in on him here, and then let's rotate him around so he's facing us. There we go. And then this enemy can't just move by itself without having something in the world that helps it move. So what that is what we call a nav mesh. And if you go up here to the top next to selection mode where it says quickly add to project, press that plus, excuse me, and then go down here to volumes and grab this nav mesh bounce volume. Okay, and just set it here, and then I'm going to rotate it a little bit here, and then go over here to your details panel with it selected, and let's go to scale, and let's put this at like 20. All right, and where'd it go? Okay, yeah, let's make sure that got to 20. All right, and then if you press P on your keyboard, it should start making the mesh. And sometimes this gets very, very glitchy and it does not work the way it's supposed to on 5.5.4. If you're not on this edition of Unreal, then maybe this isn't happening to you. But as you can see right now, like I see nothing. But let's press P. There we go. Okay. So sometimes you just have to pop it up and down, move it around a little bit. All right, so now if we press play, he should start chasing us automatically. So, and as you can see, and he comes to us and he's chasing us and then he stops. All right, so do that one more time so you can see it. He's gonna run to us. And if we keep running, he's gonna keep running and he's gonna keep chasing us and keep chasing us. And whenever he gets to us within the radius, he's going to stop. All right. Well, that radius is a little bit close. Let's move that radius out to like 150. So go back here to your BP enemy, your AI move to, and let's move it to 150. All right. And yeah, that should probably be good. All right. After this, what we want to do is we want to call a little bit of a delay. All right. I'm going to call a delay here for, we'll say like 1 second. And then let's go back up here, compile and save. And let's go back up here and we're going to create another custom event. So let's move this up a little bit. And this custom event is going to be called, well, first let me get it on here. It's going to be called attack. All right, and we already have, let me put that in caps. I know a lot of people don't do that, but my eyes are bad, so I like to put things in caps. But, all right, so from here, all we want to do is we want to search out, and this is going to be different from what we got before. But the reason is there's an output on this one that we're going to use that is going to help us out a little bit, okay? So just search play anim montage, and that's the one we're going to get, is the play anim montage. Okay, and then for our montage here, we'll just I guess we'll just use our, what's our slash. Yeah, we'll use our slash here, and target is self, but just in case we can plug that in here. And then from here, we're just going to set a delay. And what this does right here, and why we use this node instead of the play montage like we've used in the past, is because it has this return value. So what this is saying right here is that when this attack gets called, then it's going to play this entire montage, this entire animation. And it's going to play it in delay for the whole amount of time that it takes to play that animation. Now, when that animation is complete, then all we need to do at this point is just, we want to call our chase player again. Okay. And if we go back up here to our event play, then we just come out here and we pull off and we just put in our attack that we just created. Okay. I think it's just the regular attack. Yes. All right. and now if we press play, compile and save, and we press play, and we look, he comes over here, and he stops. Okay, let's check it out. We done something wrong here. What did you do wrong? Oh, okay, no, not on that begin play. Take the attack off the begin play. Sorry about that, guys. And come down here to your chase player function and add that attack at the end of the delay there. So add that attack right there. And now we should be good. If we press play, he's gonna run to us here. And when he gets here, he's gonna attack. Okay, and then he's gonna chase us again, and he's gonna attack when he gets into that radius, that 150. So he's gonna come, he's gonna chase us, then when he gets here, he's gonna attack. All right. Oh, there he is, he's coming. And when he gets here, he's gonna attack. All right, so the delay's a little bit much. Maybe we don't need that much of a delay. Let's just put like 0.2. This is just testing right now. I mean, we can tweak all this later, but this is just testing here. But okay, he comes to us, and then yeah, that's a lot better. All right, now we take off running. He chases us. He gets to us. Okay, and he attacks. And he tried to attack again because we were still in his radius, and he gets to us, and he attacks. All right, so that's it, guys. That's pretty much all you need to do. There's so much more that we could do, but just for fun, for now, what we're going to do is go over here to your viewport, and we're going to get into a quest system. And the next episode, we're actually going to be putting damage on our player. But one of the reasons that I wanted to just duplicate our player that we had already created and leave that stuff on here is because we have these sockets. So now what we can do is we can just come over here to our sword socket here and just press SW. That'll find us our sword, and just make sure that it's where it's supposed to be, and compile, and we can save. And now he has his sword. And now he's swinging a sword at us. But hey, now we can actually have a little bit of battle, and we'll get into actually doing damage on him and all that, and work with this crazy collision stuff in the next episode. But thanks, guys, for tuning in, and I hope that was fun. And yeah, now you've got a character that'll chase you around. So yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. That was quick and that was easy. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for coming.